Yo, it's Carissa Des. We on the scene at Casa Weon. I'm here with Zavon and Celeste. And you two, what kind of music would you say that you make?
I feel like I explore a lot of different genres. You know, I can't ever say that I just make one genre of music. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Kind of like
interested
a
in a lot
mix
of
maybe
different,
between
yeah.
like punk and like hip hop.
Yeah,
kind
of course.
And then everything in between.
Yeah, everything in between that sounds good. You know, it doesn't have to be like one thing. If it sounds good, you know, I can hear my voice on it.
Yeah, for sure. And would you say we're here at a NASCAR Aloe show? Would you say that your music kind of sounds like NASCAR Aloe's a little bit, or is like kind of reminiscent of it, or completely different?
Nah, I would say that my shit's like definitely different. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like elements of rap and like metal, like punk, whatever you want to call it, are just all over the underground type shit. If anything, I would say like X brought a lot of attention to it. You know, made people want to like fuse their shit like that. But
Rest in peace.
yeah, bro. But NASCAR, he's in his own type of lane. Yeah,
Definitely.
he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, he's definitely unique. I actually started listening to him. My co-host Leon isn't here today, Pretty Leon, but Leon is the one who introduced me to NASCAR Aloe like 2 years ago when I was chilling at their place. So thank you, Leon. Wish you were here.
Shout out Leon.
Yeah, so you just came back from living or like traveling, being out
I
of
was
town.
on the East Coast. Had to spend time with my kid. You know, just spend time with family. You know, all my family's on the East Coast, so it's like had to touch base for a little bit and really get like my mind right before coming back out here. But,
Do you feel like that kind of gave you inspiration, just like being back at home and being with family and stuff for your music?
I feel like that's always just a part of me, like my family and everything. Like, especially like my kid is like the driving force behind all of the shit. So like, I don't know, the energy is always there, you know, whether I'm here or there. It's just definitely important to touch base and really like see how everybody's doing because time's short, you know.
For sure. Yeah. So what else do you think, like, where else do you get inspiration from musically?
Just shit that I've been through, like
Just like everyday life things?
yeah, everyday life shit that I go through, my emotions. Yeah, that's the only thing I could really draw inspiration from. Like, if it's not me, I can't make it.
For sure. Do you think that your music, because you said that your emotions are something that inspires you to make music, do you feel like your music is more therapy for yourself or other people?
Definitely for myself more than anything. Like, I think I've gotten out of wanting to make music for other people, you know? I only want to make it for myself because if I'm satisfied, like that's all that really matters to me.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're, your true self too, I always talk about this, but that attracts other people because they can relate to you. So if you're just like, I'm making this music because I like it and because I think it sounds good, like other people, no thank you. Other people can relate to that to you and will want to listen to your music and like probably use that for your music for inspiration too.
Hell yeah. I've definitely been inspired by music myself, you know, like there's music that has saved my life, like where I'm like, oh, this is the energy that I want to like put forward. Like when I think back on like just like old music I used to listen to, like thrash metal, and I'm like, or like even like the emo fucking alternative like hardcore bands I used to listen to, like that shit is filled with emotion. Some of the music that like saved my life, like so it's easier for me to do that if I'm like on something more alternative than something that's hip hop. You feel me? Like, because like hip hop is more so like a stroke of the ego usually, you know, a competition.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a big part of hip hop music. I think is being like, I'm the best. This is all the shit that I have. And I get it.
It's
like
more that than it is of like true like emotions and sadness, because nobody want to act like a bitch. Nobody, like, emotions are too soft for people. You feel me?
Yep.
Like, but yeah, sometimes I need to like scream my heart out, you know?
Yeah, I like that. To change the subject, what do you, since we're at a house show, what do you think makes a good house show?
Uh,
What are the elements of a perfect house show?
yeah, like I say, like definitely, as she said energy,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, you just need to be able to control your crowd. You know, like
Yeah.
crowd control is the most important. Making sure they're interacting with you
Yeah.
is definitely
Sorry, that's
a
rain.
key element. Because if you get people involved, people are constantly
If they care
engaged.
more.
You know, they're like, "Oh shit, I might get pulled in," or I like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. That's what people are looking for. You know.
Yeah, and I think also like with
Especially
small
this
house
type of
shows,
show, you
yeah,
know?
like with small house shows, also if you can like connect with your audience, like they respect you more and they'll respect the house, and that's something that I talked with a friend about today. Is like respecting the house rules is important. Like they're not like written on the wall, but like they're just certain things that you do and don't
Yeah,
do at a
of
house
course.
show. So like just having that respect, I think, is important. And like you said, like being able to keep people in check is super important too, especially if you have neighbors.
Right.
And yeah, like that's the one thing that I was bad at. Like when I used to throw up punk house shows a while back, and one of the things is that like I was too afraid to be like shut the fuck up, or you know what I mean. So
You gotta
I feel like
have
I'd be better about
backbone
that.
to do anything
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the industry, bro.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
anything, bro. Like if you want to be successful, like, you need fucking backbone
Mhm.
because like you start getting like walked over in like certain situations, you know, not being able to speak up for yourself. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, people are always ready to push another person down or push them
Mhm.
around so that they could get in front of them and get
there's
ahead.
somebody,
Yep.
you know, the world is not like all peaceful, you know, like
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, you got to be careful
Mhm.
out here. Like,
Yep.
you know, which I understand why like people could be like, you know, afraid in certain situations not to be able to speak up, bro. Like,
Right.
but yeah, somebody needs to be a voice for them type shit, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever put on house shows before?
I performed at plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I performed at plenty when
Mhm.
like I was back in Charlotte.
Hmm.
Charlotte, it was just house show after house
North
show.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Hmm. Is that kind of mainly what it is there? Is that like kind of what the scene is? Is mainly house
I
shows?
feel
in
like
North
it's
Carolina?
branched out a lot more since I've been there, but like, you know, when I go back, it's a little bit different shit here and there. Like we got fucking, there'll be house shows. There's like venues. There's like low key clothing businesses
Yeah.
that like will let people perform there. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all about like
I know that here
relationship type shit, you know.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely is like here, and it's just more of a nature West Coast vibe out here.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
we're in the South, you know. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Portland's getting back to its roots in the way that there's more house shows. Maybe I'm just out here more, I'm on the scene more, and I'm noticing it. But I've heard that from other people too, that like there's just been kind of like a resurgence of house shows. But also I think that has a lot to do with COVID because like nothing was really going on then, and maybe there were some house shows, but I feel like people in Portland were pretty responsible about not gathering together, so there weren't a whole lot of those either. And now it's like everybody's ready to like go on tour and go to shows again. So I think that's probably part of it too.
I feel like
Mhm.
definitely has to do with like COVID being more lenient, you know, as far as letting people out. Like,
Yeah.
but like it's also like the growth in like the alternative population of people,
Right.
you know, like, and you know, what's more like punk than like a house show, you know, like people
Exactly.
love like, you know, trying to find new ways to do shit, like, but it's just like reminiscent of like old days type shit. You know, a lot of people say it's like the 90s, like revamped type shit.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that like big industry could ever like try to bank on house shows and like kind of do like, I don't know, I just thought about this just now. I never thought about this before, but like, you know, I feel like there's kind of like a model for house shows and like maybe like bigger, bigger bands and like bigger artists could like, you know, have people pay more money to like do like these little house shows that, you know, like big companies kind of put together. Do you think that would be
Yeah.
possible and do you think it would be cool?
I feel like it would be really cool, like as long as the environment's right. But
Do you think it would still be like genuine? It would still have that genuine kind of grungy house vibe?
I feel like as long as it has that like that essence, like I
Mhm.
feel like if bigger artists doing something for smaller artists, like can never be like a fucked up thing, you know, like, and I feel like if they could do that well, but you know, a big artist like leading something as far as like a house show, like it's gonna cause like other issues, you know.
Yeah, it's probably
like-
there's probably a lot of liability involved, but if they have like security and stuff there, I think that would take away from the house show vibe. But you
Oh,
know, maybe
God.
not have like security guards and like vests or anything like
Yeah.
that, but just like have people kind
Yeah,
of
make it like cool. Yeah.
yeah, and they could probably charge like say like Lil Yachty. I always bring up Lil Yachty because he's just like one of my favorite artists, but. If he were to throw a house show, I would probably pay like $500 to be there and to like meet him and shit and to like be in like that intimate of a space with him. Yeah. So, you know, I may have something here.
I feel it. No, that is kind of a cool idea. I'm not even gonna lie. Like a big.
We're gonna do it.
House show.
It'd be worth a shot. Well,
or like a venue that is just a house, like something like this.
Yeah, or just like a big warehouse.
Yeah, like
would be dope for sure. But I mean, it could just be like 50 people or something, but they all like pay a good amount for it, for like something intimate. I don't know.
Definitely.
Just an idea if you're watching and listening.
Yeah, that's definitely some Portland shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, I'm gonna let you get on with your night. But is there anything else that you want to talk about? Like any new music projects that you have coming up?
I have a bunch of new projects that I'm working on, just simultaneously, like separating the different genres of shit I'm working on. So I'd say like. I got like a really dark rap album called Exorcism, and then
oh shoot,
like a little alternative tape, more personal, emotional tape. It's called Still Somber.
It's a tape? Is it actual like cassette tape or? Oh, okay.
I call everything a tape, like, you know, because
I'm
I'm not necessarily making an album.
Yeah.
Album, you know, like. Not my debut like album, you know. I'm not pushed by some big ass company. I do this shit myself, but like,
it sounds more DIY.
Yeah, of course, and that's my favorite type of shit. I want to be able to do everything myself, but yeah. I just shot my first video, did my first like edit.
Oh, your first one? You shot it and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Shot it, did the edits and everything first time, but
nice.
I'm gonna be doing a lot more of that and just trying to do everything myself, you know, like mix it.
Well, I'll look out for that. When do you think it'll be out?
I'm not giving y'all time for this. I'm not giving y'all time for any of this. It's out when it's out.
Yeah, especially if you're like doing everything on your own. Like all the editing takes. I mean, as somebody who edits audio and video, like it takes a minute to do. So. But we'll be looking out for it. What's your social media? Or how can we find you on socials?
Instagram is at Zeivon, Zeivon. I don't really need to shout anything else out.
What about hers?
I'll shout out snuffbunny.co. She can tell you all about Snuff Bunny. I think it's her turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Snuff Bunny. It's just a clothing account that I started.
It's a clothing company?
Huh?
You say it's a clothing company?
It's a clothing brand that I started, and it's basically like just horror and gore and like cutesy stuff like mixed together. And yeah,
that sounds like a very niche kind of
style.
I
mean, it's definitely like what a lot of people like, I'd say, in the punk community.
Yeah.
So, and also strippers, sex worker community.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I, too, am attracted to that sort of style, but I mean, I'm not like as hardcore into that style. Yeah, but I definitely am like all about like, I don't know. I always say like the angels protect me and the demons respect me, like with just from, you know, Chapo song, of course. But like having that kind of like duality, I think is just really dope.
No, definitely being able to like connect with multiple different types of people, you know, having a variety of things.
For sure.
But yeah, that's my clothing account. But other than that, I also make music. It's not like punk, but it's definitely more like Claro, like dream pop type
I like
thing,
that.
bedroom pop. Yeah, more chill on the chill side.
Okay.
I wish I could make some like scream stuff, but haven't gotten there yet.
Maybe later.
Yeah, right.
If you want to check out her music.
Yeah, /XXX on all platforms.
And where do you normally like record here in Portland at like a studio? Or?
Yeah, we have a couple people that we go to. What's the one street?
Page Street.
Page Street.
Page Street. Shout out
Page Street with Frankie. Shout out Frankie.
That's
Shout
really how
out
it
Diddy,
works.
And
Yep.
shout out Diddy. Diddy is an amazing.
engineer,
Amazing.
all that shit.
Mhm. Does
Oh.
Diddy work with Frankie, or is that a different place?
No, they're two separate,
Mhm.
but they're both very super talented.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
super talented.
So what do you think makes a good house show? Like what are the kind of like essentials? For
I'd say
Good house
I
show.
wouldn't. I'd definitely say the energy, because the crowd can be smaller, but if they're
Mhm.
still hype and they have, the energy, it's still a good show. And you can have a huge show and have it be dead, like what's her face at Rolling Loud, Coy Leray. Yeah, she had like a huge crowd, but they were just dead. Different
She just
vibe,
wasn't
I guess.
giving the energy.
Yeah, she deserves it though. She's really talented. But yeah, definitely the crowd.
Mhm.
Crowd's energy.
Yeah. And I feel like from what I hear, like interviewing artists, they say that that's why they like to perform. Like that's why they make music, is because they like having that like reciprocal energy that they get from the crowd.
No,
and they give
definitely.
back.
It feeds. It's a mutual thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're like having you're tired that day and you're just like not giving a whole lot, even if your music's like energetic, I feel like the crowd will still be like, they can feel it and they're just like,
Oh yeah,
okay.
like it can be slow, but like if you're still like giving the energy that they're wanting, they're gonna thrive off of it. They love like a good pop star, someone who performs well, who has like great crowd presence, stage presence. So I'd say definitely on the performer. If you're really dead, then your crowd's gonna be dead.
What do you think makes a good like performance? Like the energy as well.
Yeah, just like working the stage and also just like working with the crowd. Also, getting involved, getting the other people involved.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely
paying
keeping it alive.
Maybe some good dancing is probably
Yeah, no
some
dancing.
choreography helps.
Definitely a plus. It's entertainment.
Yeah. What would you say that? Yeah. What would you say that your live performances are like? You said that it's more like kind of mellow.
Yeah,
kinda
to be
dreamy.
honest, I'm like newer to performing. I'm really like shy when it comes to like singing in front of people, but that's a part of the gig. So I'd say I like to like bring up some friends too, also to have like liven up the crowd, because there's multiple people on the stage. They're going to be drawn to that, especially if they're dancing. So
Yeah.
I like to also involve people. Just so it also kind of makes it a little less awkward for me, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't made music yet, is because I feel like I have to perform, and I'm a little nervous, like be on stage. Like I can be on stage talking and doing this, but like singing on stage makes me really nervous. So like,
Yeah,
I think that's what's holding me back a little bit.
similar, but a different ball game for sure.
Yeah, you actually. I mean, you have to have talent, like interviewing talent, but that comes naturally to me.
Yeah. No,
who knows?
definitely.
Maybe I haven't sang on stage before. Maybe it'll come naturally. I don't know.
Yeah, coming soon.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Even if they boo me off stage, like
Yeah,
who
no.
cares, right?
Yeah, at least you tried.
Yeah.
I was super nervous my first time, and then like, as soon as I did it, like I felt like so good, and I'd say performing is
You're like
like
proud of yourself. for
literally
doing
my favorite feeling.
it. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you deal with this like nervousness before going up on stage? Do you still get nervous, or how do you two deal with that, other than having your friends on stage?
Well, I'd say I don't get nervous when I perform.
Mhm.
Like,
After that first time, it was like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Once I realized that I like loved it,
Mhm.
like I didn't get nervous. I was just like either excited for it, or it's just like a regular day.
Yeah,
Like,
so you just like turn that energy into excitement more than nervousness.
Or sometimes there's days where I don't want to perform.
Mhm.
Even if I love it, like just because I'm not feeling good myself. But like,
Mhm. I
yeah,
feel like it's one of those things, like once you start doing it, then it's like, even if you're not having the best day, you get into it.
yeah,
I don't know though.
yeah.
So do you have any new projects coming out? Any new songs that you want to tell us about?
I definitely have some new songs I'm about to be coming out with. I do a lot bouncing between my like clothing brand and music and a bunch of other things. So I'm definitely planning to come out with some new music. Probably collab with some people.
Are you two gonna collab?
Oh, we've definitely
Oh, okay,
collabed
okay.
on a few
Done that.
songs. You can check that out
Mhm.
on his or my platforms.
You said it was XXX.
Celeste Triple X. Yeah.
Celeste XXX.
Yeah.
On Instagram and all platforms.
Yeah, on Instagram it's the XXX Celeste. Same with Twitter. Yeah, pretty much all platforms except for it's like flipped on my music one.
Nice. And you mentioned strippers. Are you a stripper also? You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable.
No, I'm totally comfortable. I used to dance, yes, but I switched to doing like online, like OnlyFans, a lot of people. So I became pretty successful in there, and I have a pretty big following on Twitter. So yeah, I definitely still am into sex work, but not stripping anymore.
I feel like it's, maybe not easier, but it's like you don't have to like deal with people there on the spot.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with like
if you don't want to talk to somebody, you could just shut your computer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot more dangerous in the club, especially if you don't have like a strong foot and
yeah, we get to just chill at home.
Yeah. do it from a safe place.
Yeah, and you don't have to like walk to your car at the end of the night to get home. You're already there, so
yeah, it's definitely
safer,
less paranoid.
Yeah. You kind of like have more control over what you have complete control over what you're doing, really.
Oh yeah, complete control. I can just block you, move on.
It's still hard work though, from what I understand.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
posting every day
personal.
And then like talking to all your fans and everything every day. It takes time.
Oh no, definitely, and marketing every day. It's definitely taken a couple years to build to where I am now, but definitely worth it.
Yeah, I feel like it can be a full-time job if you put the time in and like you can and you make more money.
Yeah,
and all that stuff,
that's what I currently do full time. My clothing brand is something that I started up in the recent year. But I also tattoo. I'm kind of like I do a lot of different things.
So you make clothes, you tattoo, make music.
She's good as fuck at the tattoos too, bro.
Damn, what don't you do? I actually need some tattoos, so maybe I'll come to you.
Yeah,
do you do it at a shop or studio or whatever, tattoo parlor?
I used to, but I moved from LA to here, and now I'm just doing it more with like friends, just because I'm not in a shop right now. Oregon's like the worst place to tattoo. There's a lot of like hurdles you got to go through. It's just like there's a lot of not licensing, but like a lot of different things you have to go through to be able to tattoo. It's just they make it to where it's like almost impossible. So you have to definitely go through a lot, and I'd rather just move somewhere where it's not as irritating. And it's also hard to get into any shops here just because they're all so full. But yeah, I would think that there'd be like oh yeah. It's just kind of like a toxic kind of industry. Yeah, honestly, I worked in a shop in Hollywood when I lived in California, and it was very sexist and homophobic and racist, and it was really unfortunate. Yeah, you don't want to be there for 9+ hours a day, having to deal with like bullshit all the time. So it's better to just like quit, I'd say, than be miserable.
Sure. And if you could do it from the comfort of your home, like you turn over here, do your OnlyFans, and then you come over here and do some tattooing. That sounds pretty chill to me. I don't know.
No, definally, it is chill. It's more comfortable. I think for the clients, it's most comfortable too, because then they can like watch whatever, and like it's just more of a good vibe, I guess, than a bunch of people getting stabbed the same spot.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, it sounds like the music's coming on. I haven't even been inside yet, but again, we're at a Nascar Aloe house show here in Portland. What are we, in North Portland?
Yeah, Portland.
Northeast, Northeast Portland, shout out. This has been On The Scene. I'm Carissa Des, and we have our guest, Celeste Triple X.
Zayvon, what's good?
Zayvon. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Hi,
this is Carissa from On The Scene. We are here at, what is it called? We are at Casa Weon here for the NASCAR Aloe house show. And I am here with the homie.
It's OG Baby Blue Beans.
You already know. I did an interview with you maybe a whole last year ago.
Yeah.
This is probably the 1 year anniversary right here.
Sheesh.
One every year. We got to bring the good ones back.
Gots to.
Yep. So you like make music independently, right? Like,
yeah.
You like do your own thing?
Yeah, actually I do. I really been really independent. So the last song that I just put out, Drugs, was made. It was produced by me and the homie. So we were right there, just right next to each other, just producing the song.
Yeah. Are you the only one singing in it, or?
Yeah, I'm the only one singing on it.
Okay. Nice. I can't wait to hear it. You just dropped it like yesterday, right?
Yeah, I just dropped it yesterday.
Okay, so very fresh. Yeah, when I first walked up to the show and I was thinking, oh no, I'm nervous. Like, this is a great musician. And also, like, I'm not going to know anybody. And I walk up and I see you. And then I see, like, half the people here I already knew and shit. And the first thing I said was like, hey, didn't you just put out a new song? So, yeah, it was very fresh and, you know, kind of serendipitous that we, like, meet here so we can talk about it. We're always on the scene, you know. So what else have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a minute. Last time I saw you probably at another house show or party or something.
Honestly, like from then I've been making a lot of clothing, producing just like some pants that I've been that I made
Those
just
pants
recently.
Are pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, I like
dripping right here.
tapestry rugs. I just go ahead and just cut them down to
You're like,
pants.
there's a tapestry rug. I could see those good pants.
Yeah, exactly. Every time.
Oh my God, I gotta say like a little story. Like my ex-boyfriend, that's why I'm not part of the reason I'm not with him anymore, because he turned my kid's blanket into pants. They're cute.
Wow.
Dark, but without telling me, I was like,
Yeah,
what?
most definitely. If you didn't like.
But sometimes you just gotta do it. You see something and you're like, those would be pants.
Yeah.
Those would be cute pants.
True. Shit.
So where do you normally sell your clothes? Is it like you said that you don't have a website yet, but you might be working on it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like just like a word of mouth thing.
Yeah, right now it's been word of mouth. Also, I've been going to a lot of vending. I've been vending a lot. So
Yeah,
like
shows.
at shows. Yeah, actually at my last show on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, I was performing and vending the same day.
Yeah.
So like within that, I was just showing off the blankets that I have for people to make for their pants. I was trying to resize people's waist within the blankets. So I'm not just making a default one, one size only.
Yeah. You don't want to get like elastic waistbands.
Yeah, no, I have elastic waistbands. It's just like I want to be able to like make them for people who are a little bigger or skinnier.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to wear them, so I got to be able to like
Got to get them on everybody.
Yeah, got to get them on everybody.
Yeah, let's talk more about your music. So, well, first, are you pretty excited to see Nascar? He's going to perform probably in a couple hours. There's a couple like people opening.
Yeah, it was actually like wasn't even like.
It was kind of last minute thing.
Yeah, it was like really a last minute thing. I wasn't even like ready for it, but like I got it like the day before yesterday or something like that, and now I know I'm gonna be on NASCAR shit.
I know, like our friends. Well, now my friend, I guess she was my online friend before, Emily, right? Is that her name?
Emily.
Yeah. So she actually posted in her story. She's also like a music journalist, and she posted, "Oh, who wants this ticket for NASCAR?" And I was like, either it's a car show or like a NASCAR car thing, or it's NASCAR Aloe. And sure enough, it was NASCAR Aloe. And I was like, hello, me. I didn't even know that he was in town, and it wasn't. It's not even listed on his tour list.
Yeah,
so
bro.
it's just like a kind of secret.
Yeah, bro. Definitely
party.
post that shit last minute. And I thought she was kind of cool. I've been peeping out the shit. Honestly, I like to see that like NASCAR is coming back into the scene. Honestly, it's pretty genuine.
You've
back.
kind of been in hiding for a little bit, right? Or not hiding, but just like low key for a little bit.
Low key, bro. Just been low key, and that's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to be just low key.
Yeah, there's some people that just like, and maybe he does too, but like I have friends who are just constantly putting out new music. And it's good too. And I'm just like, how the hell? But then, like, I don't know. As a creative, I think it's important to kind of, go not into hiding, but like kind of like pull back a little bit, because you get people wanting more, and also you get to practice your craft and like just have time to be creative. So
honestly, yeah. It really does help a lot. Just building your creativity.
Yeah,
like
having time to reflect.
Yeah, time to reflect on everything. Like everybody just needs that sometimes. So it's okay. But within that. I just love the vibe that's happening right now. Everybody's popping out on the scene. I've seen so many people I've met that I met or I haven't met. So it's like it's good to see everybody, new faces or old faces. It's great, honestly.
Yeah, it's like I said, I popped up and I was like, okay. Like it was very last minute. I'm like, I know everybody here. Like everybody on the scene was here. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Oh yeah.
What do you got coming up? You got your song, you got your clothes. Do you have any other new projects for like music or any collabs or anything like that coming up?
Okay. I have a couple actually. So I have a song with Pill that we've been trying to work on.
Oh, I love her voice. You guys make a good duo.
Yeah, sure. it's really lit. Mm-hmm. Right here up the street, actually. Page Street's up the road. We recorded that shit there, right there. Page Street, shout out.
One of my favorite studios, actually.
Yeah, actually. One of the best studios out here in Portland. You better go get yourself into Page Street.
If you haven't been there, then you better go. All these little fucking bugs.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like that's a good one. A lot of more music just in the way. I've just been like doing a lot of shit.
You're next. No. Maybe if you want
Shit.
to be.
Oh shit. We got Zanny Wick.
Yo, what's
OG
up?
Baby Blue Beans.
Got Zanny Wick, Maddie Stay Lib, rebanded.
Shit,
pulling
everybody's
up,
in here.
okay?
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
We actually got to go in there. Did we miss this
Yeah.
band already? Oh, shit.
Nah.
I
We
think it just
definitely
ended.
did.
We heard it from out here.
Yeah,
We got a couple
totally.
hours of music. But I did tell you that this would be like 5-10 minutes because the last interview was like a half hour and you were like,
Yeah.
is it going to be? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I try to keep the street interviews very short. So.
That's good.
So that we could get back to the show. So I'll let you
Exactly.
do that. If you want to just shout out your socials really quick.
Hell yeah. One more
Appreciate it.
time. My name is OG Baby Blue Beans on all social media.
Mhm.
Like Mercedes Benz
Yep.
and BLU for blue. That's
yeah,
me.
go check out his music. It's very wavy, and now he's gonna be making another song with Pill.
Yeah.
Pill has the voice of an angel, so their
Hell yeah.
collab is gonna be. I'm excited to hear
It's
it.
great.
So this has been On the Scene with Carissa Dez with the homie OG Baby Blue Beans.
That's me.
And we out.